Motivational Monday, everybody. It's good to see you back again. Today, we're talking about decision making. I know that plenty of us can have decision anxiety. We're so afraid of making the wrong decisions and until it causes us anxiety to make any decision, and we just get overwhelmed with the possibility of not making the right decision. So today, I'm going to give you just a few steps that may help you toward making a decision and hopefully a very good decision. The first thing is when you have a decision to make is to go within yourself. I truly believe that our intuition, our gut, whatever we call it, our mother wit, really can tell us deep in our stomachs, in our souls, what kind of decision we need to make. Lots of times, before we even get anybody else's opinion, we sort of know what the decision should be. And I know sometimes, if you're like me, I'm asking other people's decision because I want them to agree with me, because I probably already know it's probably not a good decision, but it's something I want to do anyway. But going within yourself, trust that gut and evaluate that, the pros and the cons of it. It may be good to write out the positive and negatives about the decision that you're trying to make. How will it affect other people? And even talk to the person or persons that may be it may affect the decision with. One thing that I know is that every animal in the animal kingdom has something to protect them. The lion has its roar and its bite, the skunk has its smell, and on and on. The porcupine has its quills, and men have upper body strength. Women, we can't compare ourselves with the upper body strength that a man has. So what does that woman have? That woman has that intuition. That was what was given to us. And lots of times, whenever we go against what our gut or our intuition tells us, it is the wrong decision. But we have that extra sensory perception, as I sometimes say, that tells us what really is right and wrong. But it does not hurt to write out the positive and negatives, as I have said, and then to include, if it's others, to include how the other people and how it will affect them and what their opinion is. Then I have found it's good to sometimes talk to someone who has had to make that decision before, or someone who you really trust or respect. And I know it's something that my mom told me a long time ago, and it has just stood in good stead with me. And she has said, when you're trying to make a decision about something, ask somebody who's older than you. It doesn't make sense to ask a teenager about teenage stuff when you're a teenager, because you all have all of the same life experiences. They don't know any more than you. And if you're all trying to raise your kids and they're all 3 years old together, it's probably going to be hard for them to tell you about your 10-year-old because they have not been down that path. That's just a funny example, but I believe that it's very good counsel is to get someone older than you to talk, who has been down the path you're trying to go down or are on right now. Then after you talk to that person, it is a lot of times the best advice is to not tell or talk to so many people about it. The fewer people that you get in on the decision process, the better, because the more people you hear, the more decisions they're going to say, the more ideas they're going to have, and the more all of that's going to roll around in your head, and you're just going to be all over the place. So the fewer people that you involve in your decision making, a lot of times it's the best. And then after you've done that, then go back and double check your intuition. I've written out the positive and negatives about the decision. I've talked to someone who's wise on whatever decision I'm trying to make, or who is wise in life. I may have talked to another person about it to get their opinion, but I haven't talked to too many people about it. I've talked to make sure that what my gut says. So now, after I've done all that, I'm going to double check my intuition, my mother wit, my gut. After I've gotten all this information, then what is it now that I really think? And what is it I really feel about it? Where am I really being led? And once I come to that, then I have to let all the other opinions go and move forward, because sometimes we get stuck right there because, as I say, we get that decision anxiety because we're afraid, okay, it seems like that's it, but I've been wrong before, and this, and we can go back and forth, and it can turn out to be a negative thing. So go back, check your intuition, and then move forward with your decision, knowing that, you know what, if I don't make the right decision, what I do know is that I will get a valuable lesson out of whatever decision I made, and I can use it toward making a better decision later on in life, or whenever I come across some other situation. So it's important that after you gather, you move forward. You check your inner self and see if this fits and if this works for me, and then move forward. I know one of my daughters, she has buyer's remorse all the time, and she will buy stuff and then take it back. And I bought it and then I'm not sure. And then she'll check with everybody about it. And what do you think? And let me try it on. And did I pay too much? And all of those kinds of things. And then she ends up, she's so confused. I don't know whether to wear it, whether to take it back, whether to keep it. It costs too much. I don't know what to do. And she ends up taking it back most of the time, and then regretting that she took it back. And so we're always going over those principles. Listen, honey, you decide what works for you and how that's going to affect your situation, and if it's going to affect other people in any kind of a way. And then check your gut. And if you feel like this blouse works, get the blouse. So that's just an example. But wherever you are in life, you're going to have to make decisions. And sometimes you're not going to be able or have time to ask all the people to write it down, to do this, and all of that. And when you don't have that time, then know that you have been given an inner guide, an inner way of knowing. It's called your intuition. It can keep you from a whole lot of dangers, and it can propel you to some great opportunities that other people may not even get it or understand it, or may think you're crazy. That business, I don't know if that would ever work, this, that, and the other. I've never seen this happen. But if your gut is telling you to do it, if your intuition is saying do it, then move forward. It could be something that actually could change the world for the better. So, decision anxiety, it's going to always be there, but your intuition is going to always be there. And after you've done all the research that you can do with whatever the time restraints or whatever may happen, trust your gut. It will never lead you wrong. And if you go against your gut and it leads you wrong, know that even with whatever decision you made, you will always learn something that you can move forward with. Okay, that's it for today. Have a great rest of the Motivational Monday, and we'll see you next time. Bye.